My name's James Ross, or Jim Ross. I live in Russell. I'm 80 years old, and I had my bypass surgery when I was 79 years old. I don't like to use the word retire. I took that out of my vocabulary. I've graduated from several different jobs. One of my hobbies was bicycling, and in late June, early July, I did a 44-mile ride on my bicycle and had no problems whatsoever. It wasn't a real aggressive ride, but I had no problems. But a week later, I'm riding on a more aggressive ride, and I'm in a climb on a hill, and I feel pressure in my chest. So this was in July of 22, and something wasn't normal, and I felt winded, and I felt somewhat fatigued, which had not bothered me up until that time. Probably a week later, I was walking with my wife, and we got on an aggressive climb. And again, that pressure returned, and shortness of breath returned, and I decided I need to do something about this. It's not right. Made an appointment with Dr. Friday, and from there we went through some testing and eventually led to surgery. I had 4 blockages, 3 of which needed to be worked on, 1 of which was probably treatable with medication. After surgery, I went into the recovery, and I wound up went in there late afternoon and stayed all night. The next day, Dr. Bronstein came in, and we talked about leaving, and so he allowed me to go. And in fact, he mentioned, he brought it up. So after 2 days, I was dismissed and sent home. I didn't jump on a bicycle right away because I didn't want to risk falling or having an accident, but I did start walking. I started walking short distances probably the day after I got home, and eventually I was walking hundreds of yards, and then a half mile, and then a mile, and then I guess by the time a couple of months went by, I was walking 3 miles a day, 3 to 4 days a week, sometimes more. Part of a drive that helped me stay focused on recovery, we planned a trip to hike on the Camino Santiago de Compostela walk, which is a pilgrimage, and that's actually in Spain. We did that in September, and we went and we hiked. In 7 days, we hiked 115 miles. I think that's about 15 miles a day or so. The part of Spain we were in was very rural. So if you can imagine hiking on the back roads from here to Mount Sterling, that's kind of like the walk we did. I've been blessed with good health. You know, I'll stay active. You know, it's a good life, and I appreciate it, and I'm glad that we have King's Daughters here. I feel very fortunate that I live where I live, and the community is what it is, and look forward to my next adventure with the family and friends.